as a defense, but the knowledge is that wisdom gives light to those who have it. Consider the work of God, for who can make straight what he has made crooked? In the day of prosperity be joyful, but in the day of adversity consider. Surely God has appointed the one as well as the other, so that man can find nothing that will happen after him. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the 1996 graduation ceremony. After 4 years in this high school, we as a class are preparing to move on to the next part of our lives. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank those who not only helped me through the last 4 years, but those who helped me through the last 12. I want to say thanks to my family, my friends, and all my teachers. Usually in these types of speeches, I guess one would talk about the events of the past 4 years and the transition into the future. I'm not a very sentimental person, so I'll just say that I enjoyed high school and skip on to the future. In the opening theme to Star Trek, William Shatner calls space the final frontier. In reality, though, the only truly final frontier is the future. There will always be one new world to explore and one new discovery to seek out. The only place no one has gone before is the future. So I urge everyone to boldly go into the final frontier, to live out your dreams and live long and prosper. I wish everyone here peace and long life.
Parents, friends, faculty, fellow graduates, I would like to welcome you to the 1996 Clay County High School graduation ceremony. It is an honor for me to share with you such a special time in all of our lives. This occasion gives me the opportunity to thank those who have made this day possible. First, there's the faculty and staff. Not just the faculty at the high school, but all those throughout our educations who have had the chance to leave a lasting impression in our lives. Those who have been there to guide us as we learn new subjects. The people who place the information in front of us in such a way as to make comprehension possible. The teacher that took a moment to make sure a student understood something correctly. It is to these people that we give credit for offering us the opportunity to learn. Second, I would like to thank our families and friends. These people have given us the discipline and encouragement needed to achieve success. Parents who make sacrifices just to see their child cross the stage are irreplaceable. Those that instilled in their child respect and dedication, often through the use of old hickory switches, of which I have many times been the recipient, have left their mark in the lives of many graduates. Friends that have stuck together through thick and thin also inspire many of us onward. Companions that lend a little time or money to one in need, influence in ways unimaginable to most. Due to the efforts of these people, we graduates are able to take part in this ceremony today. Finally, I would like to thank foremost Almighty God for giving us all the ability to be here tonight. Without His presence, we could not have achieved what we have. He has been central in my own and many other graduates' success in the past years. Through triumph and tragedy, fun and farewells, He is and forever shall be in our lives. We therefore thank Him for bestowing on us the ability to act in His will. Now I'd like to take time to talk to the graduates about the future. Most of you are eager to leave and seek your wealth in the world. When you do, it is imperative that you take certain qualities with you. First of all, honesty. I ask that in all your dealings you remain honest and straightforward. By always telling the truth, you often avoid discord and deception. Honesty is a vital quality for true success. Second, I ask the graduates to take with you responsibility. By acting responsibly, you can gain the respect of those around you. Proving yourself trustworthy and capable are important in achieving your dreams. Finally, I ask that you always show love to your fellow man. Circumstances often make this difficult, but we must still treat others with the consideration that they deserve. When you look out for the well-being of others, they will someday return the favor when you may need it most. Love makes you what you are. It brings out these other attributes. Therefore, it is the most important of all these qualities. In leaving, I would like to say that we will never forget our times here. We have all many times said how glad we were to be leaving, but soon will we look back at Clay High differently. We will look back and appreciate all that was done to mold us into the adults we are becoming. People with the ability to go out and accomplish what we choose. Good luck, graduates. Thank you.
I'm very proud to have the opportunity to introduce to you the 1996 Clay County High School commencement speaker. She is the daughter of Jack and Marge Connor of Valley Fork. She is a 1992 graduate and valedictorian of Clay County High School, where she served as student council and class president and attended the Governor's Honors Academy and the National Youth Science Camp. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from West Virginia University, graduating summa cum laude in 1996 with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. In addition to attending West Virginia University as a foundation scholar, she was president of Tau Beta Pi, the Engineering Honor Society, which works with college administration and local communities to perform many services like hosting job fairs and working with Habitat for Humanity. She spends her summers working for NASA at the Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama, designing futuristic space telescopes. She also works with public school students to encourage them to pursue careers in math and science. She is one of 32 students across the nation honored with a Rhodes Scholarship, enabling her to study at Oxford University. The Rhodes Scholarship, among the most prestigious academic awards in the world, is based on academic excellence, integrity, energy, respect for others, and leadership ability. Although she would like to attain a doctorate in engineering and ultimately teach at a university, she plans to pursue a Bachelor of Arts degree in physics and philosophy at Oxford. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join me in a warm welcome, please, for Carolyn Connor.
It's a pleasure for me to speak to you this evening, honored guests, parents, faculty, staff, and most importantly, graduates. Change, progress, it's something we hear a lot about lately. Everywhere we turn, people are reminding us of revolutions. The communications revolution with the internet, the World Wide Web, email. The revolution in our streets, bringing drugs, crime, guns where there should be playgrounds and bicycles. The genetic revolution. Soon scientists are going to be able to tell us how many freckles we have on our body just by looking at our DNA. Change and progress, it's everywhere and it's happening more rapidly than ever before. My professors are telling me that the half-life of my technical knowledge as an engineer is 5 years. In 5 years, half of my technical world will be obsolete. That didn't happen to my grandfather. He made a career out of manning practically the same steam engine for nearly 30 years on the Buffalo Creek and Gauley Railroad. As graduates, you're in the midst of rapid changes. Many of you will go to college, join the military, start a job, or start a family. Parents, you're in for some changes too. Many years ago, the editor of the West Virginia Hillbilly, the late Jim Comstock, wrote about his daughter leaving for college. He just didn't know how to adjust. He says the phone hardly rings, the television is off, and come to think of it, how did I ever get so wealthy all of a sudden? You can bet that the car is outside in the driveway, and there's a bathroom with an open door, and the rim of the tub is no longer a counter in the corner drugstore, and on and on. Yes, change is what the world is all about these days, but never fear, with change comes opportunity, and that is what life is all about. But you say I may need some advice along the way. With the rapid pace of life today, how will I have time to stop for advice? And even if I do, what if no one has time to answer my questions? No need to worry. All you need is the right stuff, and it never changes. What comes to mind for us when someone mentions the right stuff? For the younger generation in the crowd, myself included, our picture might be something like this. Picture a red sports car, oh, maybe a Mustang or a Corvette or a Camaro. It looks really nice and it pulls up and, whoa, baby. You thought the car was good looking. Wait till you see the person who steps out. Out steps this guy or gal with perfect hair, cool clothes. He's got his Nikes and his Levi's, and he's got the right stuff. The older generation in the crowd might say, wait a minute, what about his home or his spouse? But generally, he's got the right stuff. Now I'd like to ask you to change your point of view. It's called a paradigm shift, and this is what I mean. A famous author, Stephen Covey, talks a lot about paradigm shifts and about a particular incident in his life. He was riding the New York subway one day. A couple of students were climbing over the seats, making a real scene. He goes beside the father and he says, "Sir, I really hate to bother you, but why can't you control your kids? They're disturbing everyone here." And the father says, "Well, I'm really sorry, sir. I wasn't paying attention. Their mother just died, and I guess we just don't know what to do with ourselves." That's a paradigm shift. So let's apply the same shift to our concept of the right stuff. First, the car. Cars are cool, but everyone who's had one knows that in a few years, they become simply a tool to get where you need to go. And wouldn't it be nice to have a new one? Clothes, you buy a new outfit this month, and in a few months, the fashions have changed, and you're ready for something else. Your cool clothes aren't that cool anymore. Appearance, the same thing goes for them. Maybe there's something wrong with our idea of the right stuff. Here's a little exercise for you this summer when you're relaxing in the sun by the pool. Imagine 50, 60, 70 years from now, your friends and loved ones have gathered for your funeral. What would they be talking about? They wouldn't be talking about your cars, not even that red Mustang you had when you were 25. More importantly, what would you want them to be saying? Think about it, and think hard. Now you've made a paradigm shift to the tried, the true, the right stuff. If you will, let me share with you a few of the ingredients in my personal recipe for the right stuff. When people ask me, "How did you do it, Carolyn? You're a Rhodes Scholar, what's your secret?" I begin my answer by pointing out that many people helped me along the way. My parents, my friends and family, my teachers, very important to me. But the next part of my answer consists of two things: hard work and exercise. First, hard work. All my life I've worked very hard at the things that were important to me. And yes, luck is a factor, but have you ever noticed that you seem to get luckier the harder you work? A farmer was standing beside the road when a tourist drove by. "How's times?" inquired the tourist. "Oh, pretty tolerable," replied the farmer. "I had some trees to cut down, but a tornado took care of those for me. And then the lightning set fire to the brush pile, and I didn't have to do that either." "Remarkable," replied the tourist, "but what are you going to do now?" "Oh, nothing much, just waiting for an earthquake to come along and shake the potatoes out of the ground." Well, I think that particular farmer might just go hungry this winter. Let's not forget about the second part of my reply, exercise. By exercise, I do not mean jogging 10 miles a day or anything like that, although that's important too. What I really mean is that your mind is just like your body. The more you exercise your mind, the more competitive you will be. Just like Olympic athletes practice every day. You must get your mind in shape and keep it that way by challenging yourself. Proverbs, "Wisdom is supreme, therefore get wisdom. Though it cost all you have, get understanding. Esteem her, and she will exalt you. Embrace her, and she will honor you." Well, there's more involved in the right stuff recipe than hard work and exercise. Having the right stuff is a little bit like buying candy bars. You can buy them individually, or you can get several bars in a pack. You get a lot more for your money if you go for the package deal. Part of the right stuff package is character, and an important part of character is honesty. We've all heard someone say honesty is the best policy, and we know that dishonesty simply doesn't pay. A farmer and a miller were completing a business transaction. "How is it," said the miller, "that when I came to measure those 10 barrels of apples I bought from you, I found them nearly 2 barrels short?" "Simple, very simple," said the farmer. "I used 10 of your own flour barrels." Another aspect of character is humility, being able to laugh at yourself. When I was a freshman in college, I won a chemistry award. The professor wanted to reward me in front of my classmates. Fortunately, or unfortunately, it was the biggest class I ever took at WVU. After I walked down the steps to accept my award and was returning to my seat, I felt all 150 heads turn to me as, you guessed it, I stumbled on the stairs and fell flat on my face. I collected myself quickly, though. I laughed a little and giggled all the way back to my dorm room. The ability to laugh at myself helped me through the situation. Character must also include optimism and hope. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Emily Dickinson. We often overlook patience, but it's a part of character too. Have you ever noticed that small children often have extraordinary patience? We often scold them to sit still and be quiet, but when I was a child, I could spend hours with just a pile of sand, a shovel, and a bucket, or sit motionless forever watching my favorite cartoons. How many adults take the time to do this? At a department store, a small boy was standing at the foot of the down escalator, staring intently at the moving handrail. "Is there something wrong, little fellow?" asked the manager walking by. "No, sir," the boy said. "I'm waiting for my bubble gum to come back." Patience is a virtue, and the most important aspect of character, love and compassion. 1 John, this is the message you heard from the beginning. We should love one another. But let us not love only with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth. You've all heard about quick fixes, the so-called tricks of success, like how to win friends and influence people. Self-help experts tell us to always remember to smile, stand up straight, carry yourself proudly, make small talk. Well, I don't know what you think, but when I meet someone who's smiling all the time, I get suspicious. And I've tried to stand up straight all the time, but I nearly got a concussion when I hit my head on a branch. And sometimes I just get tired of small talk. Why? Because there are no quick fixes for the right stuff. Success is the character behind the actions. Now you have all the ingredients in the right stuff recipe: hard work, exercise, character. What you need to bind everything together is integrity. Webster's defines integrity as being complete, wholeness. Integrity means adding together everything that we've talked about to make you, the individual. It includes wisdom, honesty, compassion, and so on, but it includes much more. Now I want to ask all of you a question. Graduates, how many of you have played football? Raise your hand. Or how many of you have watched football on TV or watched it at Bradley Field? I think I've caught just about everybody. Okay, imagine this. Imagine it's the heat of the game, you're here on Bradley Field playing with the team. The quarterback throws you the ball, you've got it, you catch it. It's wide open, not anybody there to block you at all. You head for the end zone, you hit the end zone, you make your little dance. You made a touchdown, but you look at the stands and nobody's cheering, and you look over at Sir, he's got his head in his hands, and Clemens, he's just shaking his head, and they say, "You crazy, you went to the wrong end of the field." You see, not setting goals for yourself, not thinking about the direction your life should take, is like running down the field with your life in your hands, but running in the wrong direction. Can you imagine waking up one day 50 years from now and realizing that you've spent your entire life with the world in your hands, running in the wrong direction? Integrity is about setting goals, but it's also about recognizing that whatever you are doing, you can't do it alone. That the sum of the parts really are greater than the whole. Get to know your parents, teachers, friends, family. They can see things that you can't see about yourself, and believe it or not, they speak from experience. Parents and teachers in the crowd, you have the role that makes all the difference. And don't forget to help others along the way. Whether it be through church, family, or school, visit the elderly, bring some joy into someone's day, or help someone who's not doing well in their work. Graduates, you are at special positions in your lives. Thomas Jefferson said, "I find as I grow older that I love those most whom I loved first." Integrity, it's not just where you go, but how you get there and who helps you along the way. Does all of this talk about the right stuff mean that you must be from New York City or even Charleston to be successful? No. In fact, when people ask me where I'm from, I proudly say I'm from Clay County. Do you have to be a Rhodes Scholar? No. Do you need to be an all-state athlete? No. Do you have to drive a new sports car or have wealthy parents? Certainly not. Do you need to go to college? Maybe. If you have the ability and desire, definitely. Do you need to move elsewhere? Maybe. You can't steal second base and keep one foot on first. But then again, you might wish you stayed at first. Do you need to do as your parents or friends do? No, you're your own person. Only you can determine the right stuff for you. Do you need to keep an open mind and continue learning throughout your life? Yes, wisdom is supreme. You must not choose to be ignorant. My advice is don't strive for fame or fortune, for the most rich and famous are often the most unhappy. Don't strive for power alone can be self-defeating. Instead, strive for the right stuff. You see, success is about making your own contribution to the world in your own way. Most of you have probably heard of the book, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. The author of that book, Robert Fulghum, was visiting Greece when he encountered Alexander Papaderos. At the end of a conference, Fulghum asked Papaderos, "What is the meaning of life?" People laughed and gathered their things to leave. But Papaderos said, "I will answer your question." He took his wallet from his hip pocket, and he produced a small, round mirror about the size of a quarter. And he said, "When I was a small child, during the war, I found the broken pieces of a mirror from a wrecked German motorcycle. I tried to find all the pieces and put them together, but it was not possible, so I kept only the largest piece, this one. I began to play with it as a toy, and was fascinated by the fact that I could reflect light into dark places where the sun would never shine. It became a game for me. I would take it out in idle moments and continue the challenge of the game. As I became a man, I grew to understand that this was not just a child's game, but a metaphor for what I might do with my life. I came to understand that I am not the light or the source of the light, but light, truth, understanding, knowledge is there, and it will only shine in many dark places if I reflect it. I am a fragment of a mirror whose whole design and shape I do not know. Nevertheless, with what I have, I can reflect light into the dark places of the world, into the black places in the hearts of men, and change some things in some people. Perhaps others may see and do likewise. This is what I am about. This is the meaning of my life. This evening, I join your friends, family, and teachers in saying that I'm very proud of all of you. I wish you luck in finding the right stuff, and I wish you a very safe, joyous, and memorable graduation celebration. Thank you.
Just before the presentation of the awards, I have two very special presentations to make on behalf of all of the students and staff of Clay County High School. Two special plaques have been prepared from the students and staff of Clay County High School to the families of David Allen Cottrell and Jamie Curtis Pritt. Each of the plaques read as follows: "There are no words that can adequately express our sorrow for the loss of your son. It is hard for all of us, staff and students, to realize that Clay County High School no longer has the pleasant, smiling young man we knew and liked. His tragic death has had a profound impact on everyone who knew him. Please accept our deepest sympathy in this time of sadness from Clay County High School. Would Eric Nichols and Olivia Price please come forward at this time to accept these plaques on behalf of the families of David and Jamie, respectively. Would the graduating class and the audience please stand and join me in a few moments of silence in memory of David and Jamie. Thank you very much. And now we will have the presentation of the awards. Mr. J.D. Morris, President of Clay County Bank, will now present the Jacob Reed Scholarship and also the W. Murray Smith Scholarship.
Thank you, Mr. Tanner. I am honored again this year to make a presentation of these two awards that I have been fortunate to have been associated with over the years. I think the Jacob Reed Scholarship was the granddaddy of the scholarships given at graduation each year, and I think this is the 20th consecutive year that the Jacob Reed $1,000 scholarship has been awarded. For those of you who don't know, Jacob Reed was a high school math teacher at Clay County High School. He taught me the math that I know. As you know, as a teacher, they were a family of not great means, but this makes $20,000 in scholarship money that their family has given to Clay County High School students. This year, the Jacob Reed Scholarship Award winner is Shauna Fitzwater. The Murray Smith Scholarship, this is the 9th consecutive year that scholarship has been awarded. Murray, who was president of the bank, preceded me as president of the bank, and he held education in Clay County dear to his heart. He came here as a boy from Roane County and attended Clay County High School. And if you go into the principal's office, you'll notice a little plaque on the door that it was furnished by Mr. and Mrs. Murray Smith. But this year's Murray Smith Scholarship Award goes to, and it is also $1,000, goes to Philip Anthony McLaughlin.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. And now, Mrs. Vicki Neely, Mrs. Barbara Williams will present this year's Lions Club scholarships.
Go, Barbara.
The Clay Lions Club began Monday Night Bingo on February 2nd, 1988. All the profits are placed in a trust fund and are designated for scholarships for graduates of Clay County High School. These are also for earlier graduates that are now in college. Since then, the Lions Club has awarded 37 scholarships, which is a total of $18,500. In 1988, the Lions Club presented two $500 scholarships. This year, we're pleased to be able to present 7 $500 scholarships. As I call your name, please step forward to receive your certificate. Katrina Workman will be attending West Virginia Institute of Technology. Sherry Deans, who will be attending Glenville State College. Joanne Butcher, who will be attending College of West Virginia. Tina Hall, attending West Virginia Institute of Technology. Mark Morse, attending West Virginia University. Betsy Chapman, attending West Virginia Institute of Technology. And Billy McCracken, attending Fairmont State College. We would like to thank all the people who have participated in Monday Night Bingo and all the other fundraisers that enables the Clay Lions Club to provide services to the community. And we appreciate your continuing support. Thank you.
The Delta Kappa Gamma Society sponsors an annual scholarship to a Clay County High School graduate. The scholarship this year is in the amount of $200. This year's recipient is, and would you please come forward, Gladys Joanne Butcher. The next award reads as follows. It is with great pleasure that the West Virginia Tech Printing Department students, faculty, and staff present you the Printing Department Freshman Scholarship for Academic Excellence in the amount of $100. Would the recipient of this award please come forward, Sydney H. Stover. The Cecil Friend Scholarship is established in memory of Cecil Friend, a well-known and respected teacher and resident of the Ivydale community. Graduates who attended Ivydale Elementary School or live in the Ivydale community are eligible to apply. This year, there are 3 scholarships being awarded, each in the amount of $250. This year's recipients are, and would you please stand and be recognized, Sydney Stover, Mandy Moore, and Betsy Chapman. In order to receive these scholarships, contact Mrs. Don Fields, Clay County Middle School teacher, upon enrollment in the fall term of college. They'll issue the scholarship monies. The Clay Wyden Alumni Association is very proud of our graduates. Each year, the Clay Wyden Alumni Association sponsors a $1,000 scholarship to one of our graduates. This year's recipient of the Clay Wyden Alumni Association scholarship is, and would you please stand and be recognized, Carrie A. Coleman. Upon enrollment in the fall semester of college, Carrie, contact Miss Cindy Dawson, Clay County High School teacher, in order to receive payment of this scholarship. Mr. Ronnie Haynes, Clay County Commissioner, has very graciously donated 100% of his salary as a Clay County Commissioner, $8,000, to support scholarships of Clay County graduates who are going to college. This year, the Ronnie Haynes Scholarship Fund will award scholarships to 15 students as follows, and would each recipient please stand and be recognized as I call your name and remain standing until the entire group has been called. Receiving a $750 scholarship, Mark A. Morris. Receiving a $500 scholarship, Tina D. Ash. Receiving a $500 scholarship, Gladys J. Butcher. Receiving a $500 scholarship, Melissa F. Carroll. Receiving a $500 scholarship, Misty D. Chapman. Receiving a $500 scholarship, Daphne L. Dawson. Also receiving a $500 scholarship, Sherry J. Drake. Also receiving a $500 scholarship, Sherry L. Deems. Receiving a $500 scholarship, Tina M. Hall. A former graduate receiving a $500 scholarship, Billy McCracken. Also receiving a $500 scholarship, Philip A. McLaughlin. A former graduate also receiving a $500 scholarship, Phoebe Nichols. Also receiving a $500 scholarship, Stephanie M. Salisbury. A former graduate receiving a $500 scholarship, Rebecca Starcher. And also receiving a $500 scholarship, Katrina M. Workman. In order to receive these scholarships, contact Clay County High School upon enrollment in the fall semester of college. Thank you. Also receiving scholarships this year, and would you please stand and be recognized as I call your name? $13,000 covering tuition to Berea College, Julie A. Hickman. A $600 academic scholarship from the West Virginia Institute of Technology, Katrina Workman. A $600 W.P. Black scholarship from the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation, Tina D. Ash. Also receiving a $600 W.P. Black scholarship from the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation, Daphne L. Dawson. Receiving a $1,500 tuition scholarship for 4 years at West Virginia University, and this is the Governor's Honors Academy Scholarship from West Virginia University, Jennifer A. Woods. Receiving a $5,000 colleague scholarship and a $2,500 merit scholarship from the University of Charleston, both renewable for 4 years, Stephanie M. Salisbury. Receiving a $2,500 presidential scholarship from West Virginia University for tuition and fees, renewable for 4 years, Robin B. Sizemore. Also receiving a $2,500 presidential scholarship from West Virginia University for tuition and fees, also renewable for 4 years, Matthew Walker. Receiving a $2,000 scholarship, the Governor's Honors Academy Scholarship from Shepherd College, covering tuition and fees, Aaron Reed. Each year, United States Senator Robert Byrd presents a $50 savings bond to the Clay County High School graduate who maintains the highest grade point average through 4 years of high school. This year's recipient is our valedictorian, Matthew Walker. We are very proud of our graduates who are going on to college and additional training. The following students have applied and have been accepted to the following institutions. Going to Berea College, and would you please stand and be recognized, Julie Ann Hickman. Going to the College of West Virginia, and would you please stand until I call the names. Gladys Joanne Butcher, Nani Sue Delaney, Marianne Harrison, Shannon Marie Hunt, Catherine Renee Marling, and Melinda Dawn Whalen. Going to Fairmont State College, Daphne Lynn Dawson. Two students going to Glenville State College, Sherry L. Deems and Wendy D. Hokum. One student going to Marshall University, Heather Ann Quinn. One student going to Pennsylvania Culinary Institute, Douglas Edwin Hamilton. Two students going to Potomac State College of West Virginia University, James H. Brady and Jeremy M. Pearson. Two students going to Shepherd College, Tara A. McCauley and Aaron M. Reed. Two students going to the University of Charleston, Amy D. Jung and Stephanie M. Salisbury. Two students going to West Virginia Career College, Sherry A. Boggs and Anita C. Pringle. Seven students going to West Virginia State College, Tina D. Ash, Carl A. Brown, Virginia F. Burkhammer, Melissa F. Carroll, Carrie A. Coleman, Sherry J. Drake, and Mandy G. Moore. Six students attending West Virginia University, Mark A. Morris, Carrie B. Nichols, Robin B. Sizemore, Matthew S. Walker, Jennifer A. Woods, and Jason C. Workman. Oh 11 students going to the West Virginia University Institute of Technology, Cecil L. Butcher III, Misty D. Chapman, Shauna A. Fitzwater, Tina M. Hall, Philip A. McLaughlin, Sean A. Parsons, Olivia C. Price, Tina S. Price, Sydney H. Stover, Katrina M. Workman, and Marcia D. Workman.
Right side!
One student attending the Nashville Auto Diesel College, James I. Fitzgerald. 2 students joining the United States Air Force, Jeremy B. Gill and Thomas K. Lane. 2 students joining the United States Army, Zachariah C. Pringle and Gary E. Tanner. 1 student joining the United States Marine Corps, Byron H. McGraw. And 1 student joining the United States Navy, Charles D. Murphy. And now we will have the part of the program that many of you have been waiting for, the presentation of the graduates and the presentation of the diplomas. Calling the graduates will be Mr. Gregory Knopp, co-chairman of the senior class. And presenting the diplomas is Mr. J.D. Morris, president of the Clay County Board of Education.
Matthew Scott Walker. Robin Bruce Sizemore, Jr. Jennifer Amy Woods. Aaron Melissa Reed. Kimberly Ann Smith. Andrew Jackson Pritt. Pamela June Mullins. John Allen Rose. Michelle Lynn Triplett. Alan Wayne Dulaney. Carrie Brooke Nichols. Sonny Nolan Terry. Kelly Elizabeth Moorhead. Philip Anthony McLaughlin. Olivia Carol Price. Cecil Lee Butcher III. Tina Sue Price. Mark Allen Morris. Marcia Dawn Workman. Bill Jason Runyon. Anatla Joe Rose. Christopher Day Blair. Rose Ann White. Wesley Sean Brown. Carrie Ann Coleman. James Irvin Fitzgerald. Christina Joetta Young. James Ray Cummings. Jennifer Lynn Lane. Joaquin Rand Schoonover II. Malia Adrienne Lane. Gary Eugene Tanner. Misty Irene Truman. Charles Jeffrey Ryder II. Anne Marie Mobley. Jeremy Bruce Gill. Melinda Dawn Whaley. Byron Heath McGraw. Vicki Lynn Williams. Joshua Miles Bragg. Leslie Ann White. Brian Scott Legg. Heavener Marie Postlewaite. Sydney Holly Stover. Amy DeRee Jones. Aaron Russell Starcher. Jennifer Renee Butler. James Monroe Holcomb. Shannon Marie Hunt. Jason Matthew Bell. Tina Dawn Ash. Thomas Keith Lane. Catherine Madonna Smith. Thomas Newton Levacy. Misty Dawn Tenney. William Lee Hamrick. Joy Lynn Odell. Charles David Murphy. Mandy Gale Moore. Chad Jeremy Boggs. Charlene Shannon Deans. Dale Edward Kincaid II. Tara Alice McCauley. Paul David Price.
Melissa, Trip. Trip.
Melissa Ann Nichols. Scotty Joe Sears. Sherry Amanda Boggs. Dean Edward Taylor. Daphne Lynn Dawson. Christopher Evan Smith. Melissa Faye Carroll. Jonathan Devlin Sizemore. Shauna Ann Fitzwater. Jeremy Matthew Pearson. Heather Ann Quinn. Jason Clarence Workman. Stephanie Michelle Salisbury. Brad Eugene Proctor. Katrina Marie Workman. Brodus Ray Brown. Virginia Faye Burkham. Benjamin Arlie Bragg. Mary Ann Harrison. Jason William Bird. Misty Dawn Taylor. Ronald Keith Berry. Nani Sue Dulaney. William David Nelson. Brandy Lee Ryder. Zachariah Christian Pringle. Melinda Ann Brown. Gary Michael Moles. Mindy Chanel Moore Mullins. Sean Andrew Parsons. Amanda May Hall. John Allen Davis. Susan Michelle Mullins. Carl Alexander Brown. Carrie Joe Hogan. Stephen Lawrence King. Wendy Dawn Hogan. Brian Philip Wilson. Deanna Nicole Taylor. James Holly Brady. Virgil Harrison Neal. Tony Michelle Bryant. David Matthew DeMoss. Linda Faye Smith. Jason Edward Ellswick. Jennifer Lynn Graves. Darlene Shane Dees. Julie Ann Hickman. Norma Jean Cummings. Sherry Lee Deans. Katie Lynn Morton. Gladys Joanne Butcher. Chadwick Robert Samples. Anita Caroline Pringle. Michael Lee Hapney. Catherine Renee Marling. Anthony Charles Brady. Tina Marie Hall. Adam Trenton Castro. Lisa Ann Johnson. Sherry Jean Drake. Douglas Edwin Hamilton. Christina Catherine Boggs. Misty Dawn Chapman.
Coleman, president of the senior class, will please come forward for the acceptance of the diplomas.
On the behalf of the graduating class of 1996, I accept these diplomas.
Will the audience please stand? And will the graduates stand and remain standing? God of our life, who is the light in all things, loving and true, we thank you for the gift which is in us, which is ours not because we made it, but because we have received it. You have given it to us through other people, through those who lived in ancient time and who labored before us, and through our family, our teachers, our friends, and through some who just passed by and never knew that they had given us so much. We thank you for this wonderful gift. We shall never be old enough to earn it, but may we be wise enough to cherish it. And may we think truly and love faithfully and strive nobly so that others may have the gift also because we have lived. Amen. The audience, be seated.
Do it again, Kate. Do it again. Wait, we gotta be there. What about this one too?
No way. It doesn't flash. That's good. Sorry, Tony.
Smile!
Can't look everywhere at once. No, I can try.
I couldn't even see her, man. I think he's trying to hide back.
Where'd you get that at, Jennifer?
I know our stuff.